4,300 publicly traded companies on the U.S. Stock Exchange. But there are an estimated 33 million companies in the U.S. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. The average investor is missing out on over 99% of the investment opportunity that's happening in this beautiful country until now. True portfolio strength is found beyond the confines of the S&P 500, investing in promising companies before they go public. Private real estate, infrastructure, world-changing technologies. This is called the endowment model. The endowment model has historically outperformed the traditional model of just stocks and bonds. If you're an accredited investor and want more from your investments, it's time to think beyond just stocks and bonds. Call Trajan today, 520-200-1600. That's 520-200-1600.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Presented by Chumba Casino, your online casino for play, spins, and a chance to score. Plus, be 21 and over. Terms at ChumbaCasino.com. In a game that featured 25 lead changes, the most in a playoff game in 11 years, it was the New York Knicks that came away with the win 108-102 to take a 2-0 series lead against the Joel Embiid-less 76ers last night. Game 3 is Friday night in Philly. I'm Adam Abdallah.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Markdowns for Miles at AutoZone.
Thanks. Is oil marked down?
Save up to $15 when you buy 5 quarts and a filter.
And fuel treatment?
2 for $9 on Lucas.
Brake pads?
Marked down to free.
Free?
Get free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 Duralast rotors.
That's several markdowns.
For many more miles.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us to that number. You can text us at that number. Pima Aztec softball team wins it by a score of 7-0. They move on to the 1-0 game tomorrow where they'll face South Mountain. And we'll get to the schedule on that action tomorrow. There'll be 3 games out here tomorrow. And the first elimination game will begin at 9. That'll be Phoenix and Scottsdale at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So that'll be the first game. Then the Pima Aztecs will play South Mountain at noon tomorrow. And then the second elimination game will be at 3 o'clock. So the loser of the noon game will play the winner of the game at 9 a.m. To get the second team that will advance to the championship round on Saturday. Play will begin at noon here on Saturday for the first region championship game. And if a second region championship game is needed, because it is double elimination, that game will be played here at 3 o'clock on Saturday. So plenty of opportunity for you to come on out here and continue to see some fabulous junior college softball. All right, let's give you your first we'll do the Diamondbacks here. Let's get you your Diamondbacks download for today.
Download baseball.
Struck him out.
What with the changeup?
Struck him out.
What with the changeup?
Keane strikes out Nolan Arenado. 2 away.
This is what you can do when you can throw all your pitches for strikes.
3-2. He got him. Paul Skeens strikes out the 3 in a row in the 8th. Strikes out the 3 in a row in the 8th.
8 innings, 7 strikeouts for Paul. 8 shutout innings for Paul Skeens. He allowed just 2 hits in the contest last night. A 1-0 win for the Buccos. And Paul Skeens is now 5-2 on the year. Let's hear from Torey Lovello on what the D-backs saw from the Pirates ace.
Paul Skeens showed why he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. You know, he went out there and executed a game plan. He wasn't just relying on his fastball. He was mixing pitches. It looked like he wasn't just relying on his fastball. He was mixing pitches. It looked like the changeup was was in play in any part of any count. And we just got beat. We got beat by a really good pitcher. So we made a little noise a couple of times, but Paul got really stubborn and did his job and kept us in neutral all day long.
Yeah, and then today it continued. Another good pitching. Mike Soroka was equally as good last night for the Diamondbacks in that game, just not good as Paul Skeens. But Soroka's been one of the better starters for the Diamondbacks, him and Eduardo Rodriguez. Soroka last night, 6 1/3, allowed just a run on 7 hits and had 6 Ks and allowed just the 1 run, which was a home run to Brandon Lowe. And today was another good pitching performance on both sides. Zach Gallen, who has struggled at times, not dominant, but better, allowed 4 runs on 6 hits in 6 innings, did give up a pair of home runs in the game as Lowe homered for the second straight game. Also, 6th inning home run by, who was that? Bart? Joey Bart hit a solo home run as well. 4-2 the final today as the Pirates got a nice outing from Mitch Keller, who went 6+ innings, and they get out of town with 2 wins in 3 games. Dragon Ball doing somersaults in the studio.
Well, certainly for the fact that Skeens gets his 5th win on the year. Do you know how long it took him to get to 5 wins last year when he won the Cy Young?
I do not.
It took him until July.
Wow.
So the fact that he's already got 5 wins, it's a good thing. The problem is no one in the National League Central got the hint that they all need to be bad for it to matter for the Pirates. They're currently 5 games out of first place in the Central and only a half a game above the Brewers for the last wild card spot in the National League. So needless to say, great to see that Skeens is recovering from that really bad opening day performance. But it just happens to be in the hottest division in baseball where everybody but the Brewers already has eclipsed the 20-win mark in the division.
Yeah. Not a great series for Tucson's own Cienega grad Nick Gonzalez. He did not play today. He played in the first 2 games but had the day off today. He was 0 for 7 in the series with a couple of strikeouts, but still hitting pretty well on the year. Overall, let's see, what is Nick hitting? 309 on the season. He has yet to homer this season, so not showing much power, but hitting 309, and that's the 18th highest batting average through this part of the season. 17 runs batted in. No hits, however. In fact, he has not had a hit in his last 3 games after he went 5 for 9 in a pair of games against the Cincinnati Reds last weekend. He's 0 for his last 10. So that is the ebb and flow of baseball. Some series you're great, some series not so great, but I'm sure not the homecoming that Nick Garcia wanted this weekend here. But the Pirates get out winning 2 out of 3, so I'm sure he'll take solace in that. All right, let's give you your Casino del Sol replay for today.
That would be I think that Casino del Sol replays for the end of the show, is it not?
Is it? Possibly.
I believe this might be our Beat the Books.
I'm sorry. Beat the Books. I'm a little confused. Yes, let's give you our Beat the Books Westwood One top play for today.
I'm Pat Boyle here to help you beat the books on Westwood One Sports. Thunder Lakers Game 2, and it should be another big win for the Thunder. Game 1 went about as well as it could have for the Lakers. LeBron scored 27 on 12 of 17 shooting. They held SGA under 20 points for the first time in a year and forced 7 turnovers out of him, and they still lost by 18 points. They simply can't break down this OKC
thing where if it's a full-on break of his hand, because I don't know if you saw the block he had off the backboard, it didn't look pretty. So if he's not in there, it's going to hurt what the Lakers want to do with their inside-out game. I definitely like the Thunder coming away with another victory in Game 2. I don't know if it's going to be by 18 or so, but I'd imagine it'll be within the low double digits of a win tonight.
All right, the other game in the Eastern Conference is underway, and they are in the second quarter right now. Pistons up 9 on the Cavaliers, 36-27. Cavaliers have already turned it over 7 times, down 1 game to zip, trying to avoid going into a 2-zip hole, headed back to Cleveland for Game 3 on Saturday. So we are taking the Thunder then, minus 15.5 in that game tonight. We do have another play for you today. We've been doing really well on the baseball side with the runs, hits, RBI plays. Have you ever heard Dragon Ball of Otto Lopez?
Otto Lopez.
Yes.
The name seems to ring a bell, but nothing right that comes out on top of my head.
I'd never heard of Otto Lopez until today. Otto Lopez is the current shortstop for the Miami Marlins. He is hitting home runs. He's driven in 6 runs. His .336 batting average is tied for third best in all of Major League Baseball. Tonight, this game, actually, I think it just started. So we have tonight Otto Lopez over 1.5 runs, hits, RBIs tonight for Otto Lopez. Now, let's just kind of look back at his last 3 games. He had 2 run hit yesterday. He had 3 run hit RBI on Tuesday, and he had 1 hit on Monday. So he's been pretty good at this. Sunday he had 2. Sunday he had 2, Saturday he had 3, and going back to Friday, he had 6, actually 8, because he had 3 hits, 2 runs, and 2 RBIs. So that seems like a pretty solid play tonight, although it's at minus 155, so you're not going to win a ton on that one. Otto Lopez over 1.5 runs, hits, RBIs at minus 155. Your $12.90 bet will get you $8.32 tonight. That game is underway right now. The Marlins and the Orioles, and we'll update you on that maybe a little bit later in the show. They are at the end of the 4th. In fact, let me just pull up the box score now, and I can tell you what Otto Lopez has done so far. He has 1 hit. He is 1 for 2. So you need 1 more hit, run, or RBI for Otto Lopez for us to cash in on that. All right, DK on the Sports Tip. We're coming to you live from Pima College. We're going to have more interviews coming up. Some members of the Aztec track team are going to join us in the final hour, the 5 o'clock hour. Softball wins today 7-0. They're going to play South Mountain tomorrow. Much more straight ahead. Don't forget, we'll be back out at baseball tomorrow for you, 3 to 6, as we get you set for the start to the final series. It is the Wildcats and the Houston Cougars. You are listening to Wildcats Radio 1290. Dragon Ball has everything you need to know in sports here in Southern Arizona, as well as sports around the world.
Well, looking at things, there was a strong week for the Arizona softball team. They both tournament, and that first game is going to be at 5:30 on our sister station here at 1400 Freedom 1400 KCUB, or KTUC rather. The end of the year awards were announced for the softball season in the Big 12, and the Cats saw a number of them come their way, including Sydney Stort winning 2026 Big 12 Player of the Year, Reagan Shockey earning Co-Defensive Player of the Year with 9 Arizona players named to the all-conference teams. And the Cats look to go ahead and get their first win in the Big 12 tournament tonight against the ASU Sun Devils here at the bottom of the hour. And the Diamondbacks were unable to go ahead and get a victory and split and get the series win in the rubber game, as it was another early start for Brandon Lowe at the plate.
Here's Brandon Lowe, whose first inning home run yesterday was enough for the Pirates to win it 1-0. He swings and lofts one high in the air, deep to right. And has he done it again? Yes, sir. Home run for Brandon Lowe. His 10th of the season. A towering blast to right. And again, the Pirates up 1-0 in the first on a Lowe home run.
A no-doubter right there, Joe. 111 miles an hour off the bat. And man, that ball just jumped off the barrel of Brandon Lowe's bat. First pitch fastball, just like O'Neal Cruz got. He was ready for it. Beautiful.
Again, that was not the game-winning run for the Pirates, but Brandon Lowe was able to go ahead and start the game off as the Diamondbacks end up coming away with the loss, losing 4-2 in that game. But they will look to rebound quickly as they now turn their attention to the Mets for their series starting tomorrow to finish off this homestand with 3 games against New York. And looking into the playoff schedule here, the NBA officially starting their day for playoff basketball. The Cavaliers and the Pistons currently ongoing. 10-point lead for the Pistons here with 6 minutes to go in the second. The Lakers and Thunders are the nightcap as the Thunder look to try to take a 2-0 series lead in that contest. Again, just a quick follow-up that the Timberwolves and the Spurs series officially tied at 1 game apiece after the Spurs rallied back in a big way in Game 2, and the Knicks take a 2-0 lead heading into Philadelphia for their next game tomorrow at 4. Then you look to the ice, and the ice hockey Stanley Cup playoffs only have 1 game tonight, with the Flyers and the Hurricanes getting set for puck drop here in a couple minutes. The Flyers looking desperately to go ahead and get their first win in this one as they try to go down
290 traffic. With Pima and Craycroft, that was an earlier spill containment. Still restrictions. Please avoid the intersection at Craycroft and Pima due to a spill containment. Officials doing washdown and cleanup. Collisions 22nd Street and Alvernon, also St. Mary's and Anklam. 61 the overnight low, sunny, 93 tomorrow, and 87 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Brakemasters.
We're all racing to the red light, but this isn't NASCAR. Use caution. And if your vehicle needs a pit stop, just head on over to any Brakemaster stop sign. Download coupons and schedule an appointment from your smartphone.
Brakemasters. We give you an honest break.
Spring is in the air, and Aleve's long-lasting pain relief is here to keep you moving. The days are longer and the flowers are blooming. Whether it's gardening, yard work, or just spending more time outdoors, spring is a way of getting us moving despite any body pain. That's where Aleve can keep you going. With just 1 dose, Aleve gives you long-lasting body pain relief for up to 12 hours. From sunup to sundown, Aleve's got your back. Try Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
Progressive knows that boat days can come with unexpected problems.
Oh no, I dropped my lip balm in the water. I can't think of anything worse than the looming threat of potentially having chapped lips. It was ginger vanilla too, my favorite flavor.
If a real problem comes along, your boat's protected 24/7 with Progressive, so you can keep worrying about boater problems. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in D.C.
Hey, it's Coach Tommy Lloyd. I trust Right Way for all my home services.
The Arizona summer heat is here, but don't sweat it. Upgrade your AC now with Right Way's pre-summer special. Get up to $3,000 credit for your old AC plus 0
on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. On Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-2794. That's 800-575-2794. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Tune in Friday at 6 p.m. as Chip Hale and your Arizona Wildcats host the Houston Cougars at the Juice Box. Hear every pitch with the voice of the Wildcats, Brian Jeffries, right here on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today, 520-200-1600. That's 520-200-1600.
Annuities, not advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Nobody covers your cats like we do. We are the home of your Arizona Wildcats. KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com.
PK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
And we're coming to you live once again here from the Pima College up on West Anklam Road. The softball team gets a win today in the Region 1 tournament by a score of 7-0. They're trying to become region champions, just like the Pima Track team did a few weeks ago. We're going to talk some Pima Track here in this final hour of our show, and we are joined now by Hannah Drogue, is it again?
Yes, Drogue.
Hannah Drogue is joining us. She is a sophomore from Castile High School up in Queen Creek, and she is a heptathlete here at Pima College, and she won the region championship in that event up at Mesa a few weeks ago. So congratulations on that, Hannah. It must have been nice to go back to the Valley and bring home a trophy.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was so much fun. I was near my hometown. I competed at Mesa a lot, so it was so much fun to just go there and compete and win again, just like I did in high school a couple times. So it was a lot of fun. It was awesome.
So now heptathlon, was that your primary event in high school? Did you do individual events in high school as well?
Yeah, I was mostly a hurdler. I jumped around a bit. I didn't really know about the heptathlon until my senior year. So I did my first one right after I graduated, and then have just been doing it ever since.
So you never actually did heptathlon in high school?
No, I did it once right after I graduated.
Right after you graduated. So when did you find out about it? Who turned you on and said, hey, you might have the skill set to compete in multiple events at the next level?
We got a new coaching staff my senior year, and the JAV coach had come in. He was also our high jump coach, and I was doing both, and he was like, you might be good at the heptathlon. So we signed up and kind of went in blind, and it ended up going really well. I got first for seniors and third overall, so it was just the start of, what has become my athletic career at Pima. Yeah.
So now it's a lot of events, obviously. So what was it like the first time you had to do it?
It was a bit of a shock. I think by day 2, the fatigue was unlike anything I'd ever experienced, and I'd never done an open 8, so that one was a bit of a shock, but it's quite a lot of fun. If anyone that's done it knows that it's a different experience than just the open events. But it is very rewarding. The end is the best feeling you can imagine.
Okay, so how long did it take before you felt comfortable doing the heptathlon?
I think it's taken all 2 years that I've done it. I was pretty comfortable last week doing the heptathlon for the first time in the outdoor season, but definitely last year was a bit of a struggle. The beginning of this year in the pentathlon, so I finally feel a little bit more comfortable mentally, but yeah, it took a minute for sure.
First place in 7 of the events that you can, 6 of the 7 events in the heptathlon, because heptathlon is 7 events. 100-meter hurdles, high jump, shot put, 200 meters long jump, and javelin. Of these 7 events, give me your 2 favorites.
I think my 2 favorites right now would have to be high jump and 100 hurdles, because I'm doing the best at them. And that's usually the tone, is whichever one I'm performing best is the one I enjoy doing the most.
Now, you said when you were doing individuals, you did hurdles. Was it always the short hurdles?
Yes. In high school, I did 300 hurdles, and last year I did a couple 400 hurdles, but yeah, I'm a little bit better at the 100, I'd say.
Okay, so now how did you find Pima? Why was this maybe the right place for you to take on this journey as a heptathlete?
Yeah, I think in high school I did all sorts of sports. I did flag football, soccer, track, cross country, pom, and I didn't really decide that I wanted to keep running track until very end of my senior year. So we were looking local, and I kind of didn't even know about Pima until I started looking at the community colleges, and they have an astounding record, as I'm sure you've seen, with region and all of that. So I was definitely attracted to that aspect.
So obviously, Chad Harrison is the head coach here. Do you work primarily with him, or is there a jumps coach or someone that specializes in what you do in your particular discipline?
Mm-hmm. For multis, we don't have a set multi coach, but Coach Harrison kind of guides us along the way. We're very independent and disciplined, so we're doing a lot by ourselves and kind of holding ourselves accountable, but he kind of just instructs us, and then we get to work with all the different event coaches. So we're with throws, jumps, sprints, the whole 9.
We're chatting with Hannah Drogue. She was the heptathlon region champion, and so I'm going to imagine now you guys are preparing for nationals. How far along, or when is the national meet?
Yeah, we leave next week on Tuesday, and then we'll compete the 14th through the 16th. I believe the multis are Thursday, Friday, so we're about a week out at this point. Yeah, so we've kind of finished up our training this week, and we'll do some couple of shakeouts, and then it's go time.
Okay, so do you work on certain events one day, other events the next day, all of the events on one day? How does that training schedule work for you?
Yeah, we're not doing everything in a day, but we'll usually hit up a throwing event, a jumping event, and a running event in a day. And then in the peak of our training, we'll do some weightlifting, a little bit more cardio. But now we're pretty tapered. We're just wanting to be fresh next week. We're just fine-tuning some technical training and whatnot.
So in terms of what's next, have you signed to go anywhere? Are you still looking to potentially continue on at the Division I level or Division II?
Yes, I am. I have received a couple really good offers, and I've picked my school. I'm waiting to sign. I'm waiting for the official paperwork. But yes,
Okay.
I've picked a D1 program. I'm very excited, and I'll be announcing that soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
How soon?
Hopefully within the week before nationals. Hopefully.
Okay, before nationals.
Yes.
What were you looking for?
In schools?
Yeah.
I was looking for a program where I felt I was going to develop more as a multi. I think this year at Pima, I've gotten a lot stronger and a lot faster, and now it's time to work on the technical. So I just want somewhere where multis are a heavy priority, and I'll have a lot of just great coaching. And then I also wanted somewhere where I was going to be valued and where I could afford. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Well, Hannah, we appreciate having a chance to chat with you. It sounds like you've kind of found your niche late, but I mean, thank goodness you found it, because can you imagine where you'd be right now if that coach in high school hadn't have said maybe you might be good at this?
Gosh, I have no idea. I would have been a soccer player somewhere, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
Soccer was your other sport?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And I think Castile's got a pretty good program. Don't you guys have a pretty good program in
Yes, yeah,
soccer?
we were really good. They have, I think they're 4-time state champions now at this point. So, but I was there for 2 of them.
Okay. Yeah. Did playing soccer, does that help you in any of the disciplines here in track in terms of footwork or anything of that nature?
I think it helps as far as endurance goes, speed endurance a bit.
Right.
It's definitely helped with fitness, I think, and also just mental grit, because, I mean, in soccer games, you're kind of locked in, working hard the whole time, and with the multi, it's different but similar. So I feel like my mental strength and mental endurance is probably better in that way because of soccer, if I had to guess. Yeah.
Now, did you make nationals last year as a freshman or no?
Yes, I did.
You
for
did?
Indoors and outdoors.
Okay.
Mhm.
So this year, what did you place last year? Or?
Last year, indoors, I got 8th, and then outdoors, I got 6th. And then
Okay.
indoors this year, I got 2nd. And going into outdoors, I'm ranked 1st. So
you're ranked first in division. Does it go by divisions or?
yes, I'm ranked 1st going into Division I
Okay.
NJCAA outdoors.
Wow. So you're the favorite. What's that
Seems
pressure
so.
like?
I think I've always competed better when I don't have any pressure. I'm happy if I get 16th, 8th, 2nd, or 1st when I go compete next week. It's a blessing to run. I was humbled this year, and I just enjoy every competition I get to go participate in.
Now, when you say you were humbled this year, by what? Like just the opportunity to do it again, or were there some setbacks, or?
Yeah, definitely setbacks. I think being a female college athlete, there are things that you have to face, and I struggled a lot with not being a D1 athlete right out of high school and competing and not being upset when it wasn't D1 marks every other meet or when I wasn't PRing. So it's hard to just, put in the work and not quite see the result yet. I think multi specifically, it's definitely delayed gratification, and Pima's a 2-year program, so I've been putting in work for months and months and just doing it without a lot of results, and they finally just started to come through in the past couple months, and it's helped me find the love again and just really appreciate, being able to compete. It's a blessing to do the sport, and I find I've enjoyed myself at practice, at meets, no matter the results, and I perform so much better with that mentality.
Now, you mentioned that you've chosen your school. What will be the process? Will you go there right away during the summer to get acclimated, or will you wait till closer to the fall?
Yeah, I'll probably hang out in Arizona. My family's located here for the summer, and then I will attend the school in the fall, so I'll probably move down at the end of the summer, June, August.
Okay.
Or July, August, yeah.
Very good. Hannah, congratulations. Looking forward to hearing the announcement of what that school is going to be.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm excited.
Hannah Droge. She was the region champion in the heptathlon for the NJCAA Region 1 this past last week actually, up at Mesa out of Queen Creek Castile High School. All right, let's get another break in. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about another track athlete as we continue our time up here at Pima College. The softball team wins today 7-0 over the Scottsdale Artichokes, and they'll be playing in the 1-0 game, 1-zip game tomorrow against South Mountain. That'll begin here at noon, so come on up and make sure that you support the Aztec ladies. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5. She's got your traffic and your weather.
From the Cruz and Associates Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. Pima and Craycroft, that was an earlier spill. Containment, Craycroft and Pima. Still, please, heavy travel restrictions, and please avoid the intersection of Craycroft and Pima. Officials working on washdown and cleanup. Collision at Anklam and St. Mary's. Eastbound Speedway, Kolb to Pantano for road work and slowing. 61 the overnight low, sunny, 93 tomorrow, 87 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Ready to upgrade to the perfect sleep setup? Let Mattress Firm sleep experts guide you to the perfect bed at the Memorial Day sale. Top brands, ideal comfort, score unbeatable deals on both. Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
The jungle has moved to afternoon, so grab your best Tucson tuxedo and join us on the Jim Rome Show weekdays from 1 to 3 p.m. right here on the flagship home of your Arizona Wildcats, Wildcats Radio 1290.
Shh, here she comes. Surprise! They sent a duplicate shipment to your flower shop. Now you have to pay for 1,000 extra carnations. Also, there's a beehive outside your store, and they're super aggressive. There's thousands of them.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise, saving 13% on commercial auto insurance when you pay in full.
Also, the egg salad you just ate was expired. Gross.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Wendy's new Biggie Deals lets you choose whatever you're in the mood for. It's like a music mixing board of deals, and you're the producer. Go with some chill folk music with a JBC in the $4 Biggie Bite snack. Try the drum and bass of deals with a double stack in the $6 Biggie Bag. Or go full-on sandwich symphony with an $8 Biggie Bundle, the grand finale of snacking. And the best part? They all come with napkins. $4, $6, and $8 Biggie Deals how you want them at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
A family office is a team built to handle the 3 biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are...
Nobody covers your cats like we do, with press conferences, coaches shows, and play-by-play.
It is over. Cats have won it.
We bring you all the stories, highlights, and analysis of your Arizona Wildcats. We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Find mom's best gift at Target. Now through Mother's Day, get up to 40% off gifts for her. Discover trendy apparel and swimwear that'll elevate any wardrobe. Jewelry that'll make her smile shine brighter, and even chocolate that'll turn any moment into something sweeter. There are endless options to choose from to show her she's the best. Hurry! Save 20 to 40% on select apparel, jewelry, chocolates, and more this Mother's Day only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Once upon a time, our family had trouble with pests around our home.
Did you know that stinging insects send tons of people to the hospital? And teeny ticks and mosquitoes can be all around the yard. Their bites can make people and their pets sick. Mice, rats, and roaches need food and water just like us. You do not want them to visit. They can spread disease and make it hard to breathe. I'm sure glad this story has a happy ending.
Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
It's DK on the Sports Tip. Did you hear what we were talking about?
Doing a lot of around the house work. New tub. We had to break up the concrete, reset the pipe.
You're going to start your own show?
Not a chance. I'm not a big HGTV guy.
How much of that work are you doing yourself?
The stripping was kind of my job. I ended up taking
stripping?
I took
You're
out the
stripping?
linoleum. I stripped out the
Am
linoleum.
I not paying you enough money that you got to strip for a living? DK on the Sports Tip, Monday through Fridays at 3, right here on Wildcats Radio, 1290.
At Straight Talk, we are all about no-brainers. Calling Grandma for her recipe? No-brainer. Streaming one more episode at 2 a.m.? Big no-brainer. Getting real unlimited data where you buy bananas? The ultimate no-brainer. Switch now and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. Straight Talk. Real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 5/19/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires in-store single line activation on qualifying plan. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com/terms. Copyright 2025 Verizon.
Do you disregard people's personal space? Sitting next to people in public, even if there are tons of open seats? Do people ask, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Mattress Firm's 72-hour sale is happening now. Save up to 72% off on top brands with queens starting at $149.99. Get matched at Mattress Firm. Sleep at night. Restrictions apply. See store or mattressfirm.com for details.
When I found out my son was smoking weed, I thought it was just part of adolescence.
But then I found out how powerful weed is now.
When teens use vapes or dabs, the potency can be 80 to 100% THC.
Use of high THC products by youth can cause hallucinations, cannabis-induced psychosis,
and come with increased risks of suicidal thoughts,
planning, and attempts.
Just Say No, KNOW. Go to justsayno.org today for the facts.
A public service message from Johnny's Ambassadors.
We bring you all the news and stories of your Arizona Wildcats. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Wildcats Radio 1290 for the latest highlights and commentary. Your home for U of A athletics, Wildcats Radio 1290.
More than
DK on the Sports Tip, Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, back out here at Pima College, trying not to blow away out here. The wind has picked up here, and trying to take my tent down the street back to downtown Tucson from up here. Aztec softball wins today 7-zip. We're also chatting with Pima Track and Field as they got a region championship once again under head coach Chad Harrison. We were chatting with one of the heptathletes. Now let's switch over to the men's side and chat with one of the decathletes, and that is Cedric Cade, who joins us on the program. He was the region champion in the decathlon at the region tournament. He was also the male athlete of the meet, 30 points. So that was 3 championships. Was that 3 championships for you,
no,
Cedric?
Between 16 events.
Oh, from 60 so all 16 events you got 30 points.
Yeah, 10 in the decathlon and then 6 individual events.
Okay, so you do both. You do the decathlon and you do some individual events. Okay. So let's start with how you got involved in being a decathlete.
Chad just kind of one day, my freshman year in like November, he was like, you know, you'd be a perfect decathlete. I was like, I have no idea what that is, but okay, cool. He was like, yeah, so you're going to join all these group chats, and you're going to go to this practice at this time and this practice at that time. I was like, sounds good. I'll be there.
Wow. So you had never done it like Hannah. You'd never done it in high school before. You'd never done.
No, I didn't even do track in high school besides like my senior year, like 2 months.
So how'd you get here?
The marks were just good enough.
So I would imagine you were an athlete of some sort. What made you decide at the last minute of high school to try track and field?
Well, I was actually homeschooled all of high school until my senior year,
Oh, wow.
so I never really was like, oh, I want to play high school sports.
Yeah.
I raced bikes my whole life, so
Oh, wow.
I just traveled the world for that and got to do that experience. And then I was like, all right, let's go to high school, get a high school experience for, a year. And then I played football too my senior year. And then into that, it was like March, and my football coach was like, hey, the track coach wants you to come out. And then he talked to me. He's like, yeah, I think it'd be really good for you. I was like, cool, all right, I'll go out. I'd show up. I'd be like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I've never done this before, but all right. And then he was like, yeah, you're going to do the 1, 2, and the 4. I was like, I don't think I'd be the best sprinter for you. I was like, we can try jumping, though. And so I did high jump and long jump for 2 months my senior year. And I won regionals there. And I didn't go to state because I went to world championships for BMX instead.
So now I'm sure you probably know this is a huge BMX community. We've had some Olympians.
Yeah, you guys have Corbin Sherrod, Delaney Vaughn.
Yeah, Delaney Vaughn, right?
Yeah.
Most recently. So when did you start doing BMX?
When I was 6.
Wow. And to what level have you been able to take that?
World champ, national champ.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the only title I didn't get was like going to the Olympics and like pro title because I never turned pro.
Trials for the Olympics at all? Trials or no?
I didn't even go. I just stopped racing. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go do track now. I'll see you guys later.
Any regrets? I mean, obviously you have that level of success in BMX that maybe you didn't take that further. Is that anything you could still pick up if you decided you wanted to maybe redo that? Or?
100%. I mean, I have thought about it time and time again. I'm at a point in my 20 years of life that I'm like, all right, I'm gonna experience all the things I can before it's too late, obviously, and I can't do some things. I've thought about going back to BMX, and I've also thought about going D1. I want to pursue what I've started right now because I did all the things that I at least wanted to in BMX. Now I'm trying to flip it over to something new, so I'll be transferring out of here as I'm a sophomore as well.
So you mentioned obviously decathlete. You also took 3rd place in the high jump. What is of the 10 decathlete events? Which ones are your best?
High jump, long jump, and pole vault.
A pole vault.
Yeah.
Tell me about pole vault because I know I was chatting with the pole vault coach at the University of Arizona last night. We were just talking about it. What makes you good at that? Why do you enjoy the pole vault?
It's new. It's an adrenaline rush, and it's something that allows you to kind of like. It's more of like a free spirit type of event, and I love it. Every time I go to open pole vault, I'm like, I love being here. Like, out of like everything else, it's always so serious. Like the pole vaulters are always just having so fun, and I love it. Like pole vault practice is always fun. Like I love Coach Chewy, which is my pole vault coach. It's just great. We have great vibes and great times.
So what are you jumping right now in the pole vault?
15.3.
15.3? Okay, not bad.
Yeah, for
not
decathlon,
bad.
it's pretty decent.
There you go. So how many of the decathlon events did you win at the region? How many did you place first in?
6.
6?
5 or 6. The running events weren't my thing.
Okay. So why do you obviously that's an area that you'd like to improve? I mean,
yeah, those are like my biggest hits right now is like sprinting and distance. I obviously didn't come in as a runner. I didn't have no experience running. So this 2 years I've been here is just like figuring out how to even run and use like my body and that aspect of I raced bikes my whole life. So my arms are used to doing completely different things. Same with my legs. So I've been trying to align that to break the bad habits of riding a bike to, running on the ground.
So what do you, in terms of the decathlon, obviously you need a certain number of points in those events to win.
Yeah.
So do you shoot for, do you have goals in the running events that you shoot for? I need to at least have this time or be this placement to get the amount of points I need to know because I know I'm going to score high in the jumping event.
Yeah, so I always we all shoot high, right? And, we may not hit those marks, but it's completely okay because I shoot lower in my jumps knowing that I can hit bigger marks, and I shoot higher in my sprints knowing that I'm probably going to hit lower just because of how I align. Like, there can be a good day, it could be a bad day. I never know because it's inconsistent right now. I haven't been able to perfect those running events. I haven't been able to have the best time in those running events, especially like my preseason's been all over the place. I got hurt. I didn't run for like 6 weeks before regionals and just went straight to regionals with no training.
So now you're a sophomore, so looking at Division I, and what's that process like right now?
Yeah, I just signed to Mizzou.
Mizzou, Missouri.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean it's insane considering you just. I mean, going back to what maybe 2 years ago now would have been when you started.
Yeah. So yeah, just about 2 years ago.
Wow. What do you think's allowed you to get to a D1 spot in 2 years of doing this?
Honestly, God and just like being able to trust His process and everything like that. Because I mean, nothing happens just because it happens. You always have to just trust in what you believe, and I've always just believed that like I'm gonna go forward and I'm never gonna look back. Whatever happens is gonna happen.
Right. You mentioned you were homeschooled. How did that help in your development, just personally?
I don't know if it per se helped me, but it definitely gave me opportunities that like now I'm like, I'm really set on just being focused on track and everything that I have to move forward, especially transferring to Mizzou. So it's like allowed me to like look, and I don't got to do some of those things that other, people want to do in their college scene. So I'm like, I want to just be able to, go have a straight mind and focus for what I want to do and be great at.
Who was your mom was your teacher at home, or?
Yeah, my mom, my sisters.
Okay. How many sisters?
I got 4.
4 sisters?
Yeah, they're 18, 20, 18 years older than me, 11 years older than me.
Oh, wow.
And then
18 years older than you.
Yeah, and 25. And
wow.
Like 26
So
years
are you the baby of the group, or?
Yeah, I'm the youngest, and I'm the only boy.
Oh, wow. Wow. 3 older sisters.
4 of them.
4 older sisters. Man, I bet they didn't let anybody get around you growing up, huh?
Yeah.
They took care of you, huh?
I was babysat every day. me and my sister that's out there obviously are amazing. It's a Power 4 school, so there's nothing more you can really get. You can't get really much better than that. And then just like the city itself, it's kind of calm. It's like cool. And I was like, I need a different than scenery. And then when I was talking to the head coach, he was like, being the Catholic, you have to, experience all the different type of weathers, and we have all those things here. We also have an indoor facility, the outdoor facility, and those things really stuck with me. And just being able to, like him telling me, like, you get to be yourself. You get to go, if you're gonna put in the work and you say you're gonna do something, I want to see it. And now you get to come here and do it, type of thing.
All right, Hannah said she was the top seed. What's your seed going into national?
3.
3?
Yeah, I didn't have the best regionals. This is my first decathlon of the year, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so the regional was the first time you'd actually done all the disciplines.
Yeah, for this year.
This year.
Yeah.
Wow. So, what do you think? You think you can improve a lot in the next weekend?
I think I have at least a 900-point improvement.
Okay.
I didn't hit any top marks. I don't think I PR'd in one event. Okay. So, it's definitely an improvement coming. I think I have, if I can stay healthy out of, just like a week out of comp, that would be the greatest thing for me.
There you go. Well, Cedric, continued success. What do we got going on the academic side in terms of what you're studying and where you want to take that?
Yeah, so I'm going to study pre-law at Mizzou.
Pre-law,
and then right now I believe I have a 3.4, 3.5 GPA.
Nice.
So good on that side.
I think I saw you.
Yes. So
everybody wants to be a lawyer here at Pima College. Jalissa said she wanted to be a lawyer. You got a lot of law kids here. So I always ask people from Las Vegas, what's your favorite restaurant? If you were gonna tell me go to this restaurant and eat, what would that be for Cedric Cade?
Restaurant. All right, so I'm a breakfast type of guy.
Okay.
It's called Bulldogies. It's
Bulldogies.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like French toast, sausage, egg sandwich with like tater tots in it, syrup, or you could get it with garlic toast and make it like a lunch type of sandwich. I don't know. That's the best breakfast sandwich at least I've personally ever had.
Okay, now where's that at?
It's gonna offer like I believe Durango and Sahara.
Okay.
If those don't run the same way, I honestly haven't been home in like a year, so I have no idea.
Bulldogies.
Bulldogies. I'll give you it when we get done here.
Okay.
I'll give you the address for it.
All right, Bulldogies. I got another restaurant to check out when I go to Vegas.
They're great people inside too. They have 2 locations, so you can go to either one.
All right. Outstanding. I'll check that out for sure when I go there Memorial Day weekend. Cedric, best of luck as you guys head out to the national championships next week. We'll be looking. Do you know the top 2 guys in front of you? Do you know who they are?
One's from New Mexico and one's I have no idea. I only know my top competitor. I want to get to work with.
There you
It was
go.
cool.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Cedric, continued success.
Thank you.
Cedric
Pleasure.
Cade out of Las Vegas, decathlon champion, Region 1, headed to Missouri to continue his track and field career. DK on the Sports Tip. We have one segment left to go out here at Pima College. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5. She's got your traffic and your weather.
From the Cruz and Associates Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center, Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic. Craycroft and FEMA and Craycroft. That was an earlier spill containment. Still expect some closures at the intersection. Some lane closures again at Craycroft and FEMA. Please simply avoid the intersection. Officials are wrapping up washdown and cleanup at Craycroft and FEMA. Also collision reported at St. Mary's and Anklam. 61 the overnight low, sunny, 93 tomorrow, and 87 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
Summit Racing has the parts, tools, and accessories to keep your ride summer road trip ready. You'll find everything for pre-trip maintenance and essentials like emergency road kits. Shop summitracing.com and enroll in the rewards program to get more power in every purchase.
It's DK on the Sports Tip. Did you hear what we were talking about? An American male has not won a Grand Slam tennis tournament in 22 years. One question I want to ask about this, though, I just wonder if the phenomenon that was Tiger Woods siphoned off a lot of American kids from playing tennis and had them picking up golf clubs instead. DK on the Sports Tip, Monday, Fridays at 3, right here on Wildcats Radio, 1290.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best, traditional or Roth? Are you receiving all available tax deductions? Are you paying as little in tax as you can? These are all questions you can't afford to get wrong. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and in many cases, it's not what you make, but it's what you keep that makes the real difference. Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax work closely together exclusively. No more guessing about whether you should do a Roth conversion, or if maxing out your 401k is really the best option. Our nationally recognized advisors and CPA team work in tandem to make sure your tax strategy works with your investment strategy. We'll even do your tax preparation. One team, one strategy. Isn't it time for a second opinion? Call Trajan today.
520-200-1600. That's 520-200-1600.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Andrew and Amy Dobbins here.
Owners of Intelligent Design Solar, Plumbing, and Air.
At Intelligent Design, we believe in the glory of an intelligent designer.
Did you know you have 60,000 miles of blood vessels in your body? Your aorta is about the size of a garden hose, and the smallest capillaries are 1/10 the size of a human hair. It's an amazing plumbing system designed to feed and nurture every cell in your body, and it can grow and repair itself as needed.
Wow, that's some intelligent design right there.
Nobody covers your cats like we do, with press conferences, coaches shows, and play-by-play.
It is over. Cats have won it.
We bring you all the stories, highlights, and analysis of your Arizona Wildcats. We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Find mom's best gift at Target. Now through Mother's Day, get up to 40% off gifts for her. Discover trendy apparel and swimwear that'll elevate any wardrobe. Jewelry that'll make her smile shine brighter, even chocolate that'll turn any moment into something sweeter. There are endless options to choose from to show her
at pestworld.org. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
It's DK on the Sports Tip. Did you hear what we were talking about?
Doing a lot of around-the-house work. New tub. We had to break up the concrete, reset the pipe.
You're going to start your own show?
Not a chance. I'm not a big HGTV guy.
How much of that work are you doing yourself?
The stripping was kind of my job. I ended up taking
stripping?
I took out the linoleum. I stripped out the linoleum.
Am I not paying you enough money that you got to strip for a living? DK on the Sports Tip, Monday through Fridays at 3, right here on Wildcats Radio, 1290.
At Straight Talk, we are all about no-brainers. Calling Grandma for her recipe, no-brainer. Streaming one more episode at 2 a.m., big no-brainer. Getting real unlimited data where you buy bananas, the ultimate no-brainer. Switch now and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 5/19/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires in-store single line activation on qualifying plan. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com/terms. Copyright 2025 Verizon.
Do you disregard people's personal space? Sitting next to people in public, even if there are tons of open seats? Do people ask...
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, our final segment out here at Pima College, where the Region 1 softball tournament is happening. Today was day 1. 2 games today, 3 games tomorrow, as many as 2 games on Saturday. But if the Aztecs win it, we hope it'll just be 1 game.
Yeah, I knew I was going to come out on top. I knew I was going to come out on top. The way my coach, we went into that week, training and stuff.
So 45 low when you're talking about the 400 meters. You finished with a time of 45.91. What's your PR in that event?
Well, my PR was 46.4 or 46.5.
Okay.
So I was looking to drop down a whole second. I know it's kind of crazy, but I wanted to drop down a whole second and be top 3 in the nation. And currently I'm only 4th or 5th in the nation. So
what goes into dropping it a whole second? What has to happen for you to get to knock off another second off that?
Well, for many sprinters, they could be different, but for me, kind of slow. And the coach has been telling me get out faster. If I push a little bit faster, I'll definitely PR. So I got out a little faster. I still relaxed, slow, and I call it the sit and kick method. I could sit down and just watch whoever's in front of me, and then just stay with them. And then the last 150, 120, I know I'll kick anyone. I don't really think there's anyone who can outkick me.
200. Broke 2 of your own Pima school records in the process there. 29.4. Previous time had been 29.8. How did you feel about the 200 event and the opportunity to break your own mark there?
I was actually really surprised. There's some really good people in our conference who run the 200. It was basically me versus Glendale in the whole 200.
Right.
And so, I think it was really surprising. I knew I was going to be 1 or 2, but I didn't think it was going to be I didn't think I was going to PR by that much, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. And what's your philosophy in that event? I mean, obviously a much shorter race. Is it full go from the start, or what? How do you generally attack the 200?
Yeah, so I just make sure I could definitely put a lot more power in the ground during the 200 without being worried about being tired my last 50 or 20 meters. And so I'll just get out hard, focus on my drive phase, let it set me up. Then the last 100, just keep good form and go down.
So now you mentioned you're 5th overall in the 400. What's your rank right now in the 200?
200 is 16th or 15th.
Oh, wow, okay.
So
there's a lot of guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys, but we'll see them at Nationals, and we'll see how it turn out.
We're chatting with Taylor Brown. He is a sophomore here at Pima College out of Las Vegas. How did you find this school when you were looking to continue your career out of high school?
Well, actually, Coach Chad had found me, at I think it was like the Chandler Rotary or something like that.
Okay. Up in Phoenix?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
And yeah, they found me. I was originally going to come here do the decathlete like Cedric, and then like sprints, I was like killing all the sprinters at practice. So I was like, I'm gonna try sprints, and then ended up dropping 33.3 at practice in the 300. So really, that took me away.
How long have you been running track? What made you fall in love with this sport? Did you play any other thing? Did you basketball, football guy, anything, or no?
It was the last sport that I was like really allowed to play. My senior year, around like January. Shout out Coach P and like Centennial, but they really like wanted me to run track, and they put a lot of effort in to me like getting onto the track team. So I definitely wouldn't be where I'm at.
So you had not run track until your senior year?
Yes, sir.
Holy mackerel! All these kids are just like got involved at the last minute and late. I mean, like Hannah doesn't pick it up until like after high school, and Cade Cedric was homeschooled, and you start late as well. I mean, so did you did you not like track, or was it just something you never really thought about?
I definitely was gonna do it. I was thinking of playing football and using track as like a second sport, but I never really got to play football. Never really tried out, so I just showed up on the track.
Are you surprised that you've been able to have this success so quickly?
Nah. I mean, I told my mom whatever sport I was gonna play, like I was gonna go D1 in it. So it could be golf, tennis, basketball.
Golf? Do you golf?
Pickleball.
Do you golf?
Nah, but if I did, I would be good at it.
Have you signed yet?
Yes, sir. I signed to Arizona State.
Oh, you're going to be a Sun Devil.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to be competing against you for the next few years.
Yes.
All right. We'll see how that that works out over the course. Big 12 though obviously is a great conference. So, congratulations Taylor on all this success. Good luck next week at Nationals.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Taylor Brown. Let's give you your Casino del Sol replay for today.
The Casino del Sol replay is brought to you by Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
All right, we had a chance to chat with Clarissa Figueroa, Pima softball, and she's one of the sophomores on this team. And I asked her about the buy-in from the freshmen who have dominated this roster to get this team to this point where they're 2 wins away from going back to the World Series. And she had about 10 wristbands on her wrists. I had to ask her what all those...
I haven't played with a lot of the freshmen, but I have played against them, and I know them from high school and stuff like that.
What was last year like for you being on a team that was able to get to the World Series? I mean, you guys won over 50 games last year.
Oh, it was great. I loved it. It was so fun. The sophomores were great too. They really led the way for us, and it was just great.
Now, you're an infielder. What position specifically?
Shortstop.
You're the shortstop
yes.
on the team. How do you take that leadership role? Kind of the shortstop on most teams is kind of that leader out there.
Yeah, I just try to pick everybody up. I'm trying to, if you notice, on the field, I'm always talking, and I'm trying to make sure everybody's up.
Now you've got a number of wristbands on your. You got 8 wristbands on.
Yes.
Hold up your wrists so everybody can see your wristbands there. All right, so walk me through all these wristbands you've got and what they mean to you.
Well, I have some. They're all softball ones.
Okay.
So I have 2 from my club team.
Okay.
I have 1.
Now what club team? Shout out your club team.
AZ Still softball.
Okay, AZ Still.
And then I have another softball one that I actually got from a trophy.
Oh, a trophy.
Yes.
Okay.
And I just put it on. And then I have a breast cancer one.
All right.
And then I have 3 from the Colorado Sparkler and Alliance.
Okay.
And then I have 1. It's faded. It's gone. It was a quote from the Bible, but it's worn out.
Do you remember what the verse was, or
no? I know. It was a while ago. I got it a while ago, and it was the next day it rubbed off, and I was like, okay.
Today's Casino Del Sol replay is brought to you by Casino Del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
Oh, man, just a group of young people that we've had. But if the 2-0 team loses in that first game, there'll be a second game coming up at around 3 o'clock on Saturday. So support the Region 1 tournament out here at Pima College. It has a pretty good day weather-wise for the event. It's going to get warmer out here, but I'm sure all these ladies will be prepared. That's going to wrap up our show for today. Thanks to our guy Raymond Suarez out here for getting us all these fabulous athletes. Raymond does a great job out here. Ken Hakami as well. Jaleesa Lopez, got a chance to chat with her, and as well as a number of the track athletes. For cricket, for J-Dub, who was off today, for Dragon Ball, my name is David Kelly. That's our time for tonight. Thank you very much for your time. We'll talk to you tomorrow from High Corbett Field, U of A baseball against Houston. This is Wildcats Radio, 1290.
Hey, it's Shannon. If you drive around
All right,
Tucson, you've probably seen Cruz.
Nobody covers your Cats like we do, with press conferences, coaches shows, and play-by-play.
It is over. Cats have won it.
We bring you all the stories, highlights, and analysis of your Arizona Wildcats. We are Wildcats.
Three Attorneys Traffic Center. This is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic. With a collision that was reported at Alvernon and River Road and Alvernon Way. Speedway and Craycroft reported as a stalled vehicle. Pima and Craycroft was an earlier spill containment. Still some slowing in that area of Craycroft and Pima. And I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Ready to upgrade to the perfect sleep setup? Let Mattress Firm's sleep experts guide you to the perfect bed at the Memorial Day sale. Top brands, ideal comfort, score unbeatable deals on both. Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
Nobody covers your Cats like we do.
Headed for the corner, he's in. Touchdown on the break, slap it home.
Their discounts or promotions, prices may vary.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer. Growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
Tobacco Barn presents the continuing saga of Captain Tobacco.
We now join our damsel in distress tied to the railroad tracks, a victim of high tobacco prices.
Help! Somebody save me!
Never fear, my dear. Captain Tobacco is here.
Captain, high prices are coming down the track.
You'll never stop my high prices. Pardon me while I untie this fair lady.
It's Tucson's only place to save up to 40% on all your favorite tobacco products.
There, you're free.